Hey guys, today we're going to be taking a look at Rocephin and some changes we did. If we go to EMR, immunization, therapeutic injections, and then again, immunization, therapeutic injections, it's going to take you to a list. This list is the database of the injections that are available at the clinic. It's very important that at no moment in time you add any type of injection here. If you do, you are going to affect the available inventories. You are going to be creating new CPT codes. There's going to be a series of events that you're going to be doing automatically without you even realizing it if you add an injection here, okay? For example, if you go ahead and add an injection, a CPT code will be created. If you didn't realize you were creating that CPT code because it does it automatically, that CPT code will stay at a zero charge. If someone chooses that CPT code by mistake, it's going to be billed under a zero charge. At that moment in time, we went ahead and charged an injection under a zero price, and the clinic just lost some money. So that's just a scenario of something that might happen if you go ahead and add an injection, but there's a lot of things that might happen. A lot of them have to do with the inventory, because everything in eClinicals is interlinked, okay? So just be very careful. Please don't ever add any types of injections in this list. This is the parting point for how injections are managed, and if you need to add something to your inventory, you need to make sure that the injection you're adding is in this list. If it isn't, please go ahead and call me and I will make sure to add it, okay? But please don't add it by yourself. Now, like I said, that is also linked to your CPT codes, okay? Right now we're going to be taking a look at Rocephin, and because there was somebody that went ahead and was messing around with the injections, at this point it doesn't really matter who it was or what those intentions were, but there was somebody that was moving that part of the system around, and we couldn't quite fix it to the starting point. There are two Rocephin 1 grams. Okay, it's not as simple as just deleting one, because one is already linked to a couple of progress notes and things like that. So like I said, it's not just create and delete. So just, even though there's two Rocephins 1 gram, just leave them as it is. You should not have access to do this, but it's not just as simple as going in here and seeing that it's duplicated and just deleting it. It's not that simple, okay? So the first thing that you're gonna notice is that it's the same code, but they're different types of Rocephins, okay? We have done this to simplify your work. However, the J0696, as you can see here, corresponds to the 250 milligrams, okay? That's the J0696. So this is the true code, okay? For insurances, we're gonna go ahead and bill $5 for the 250 milligrams. For cash patients, we're no longer going to use the internal CL codes. We're gonna use the fee schedule for cash patients, and we're gonna charge them at $25. It is a significant price decrease. This has been authorized by administration, so Rocephin goes from $50 to $25, okay? Now, it's a little bit hard to picture here. You will see it further on in the video, but for 250 milligrams, it's going to be $5. When we use this code under 500 milligrams, we're going to use this same code, but we're going to use 2 units, and we're going to bill it for 500 milligrams. And when we use this code, we can either use this one or this one. Remember, we can't just delete it, because both of these are already linked to a couple of progress notes, so we can't just go ahead and delete one. We're gonna do 4 units, okay? The other thing, I'm not gonna go ahead and show you how to add your Rocephin to your inventory. You should already know how to do that. If you're not sure, there's a couple of videos where I show you how to do that. But just grabbing one really quickly here. You obviously go to your clinic and you click on you. And let's not grab this one because it says -4. It shouldn't say -4. How about this one? Okay. It says the lot number. Remember, when adding the lot number, make sure to grab the lot number from the actual packaging. Don't use the lot number from the sticker that's printed from the clinic, because if there's a typo in there, you're going to transfer that typo into the clinicals. So just make sure to use the actual lot number from the packaging, from the original packaging. We have the manufacturer, the expiry date, the dosage, the number of doses. This is pretty much self-explanatory. The very important part here is here, where it says immunization name. This is linked to the very first list that I showed you guys, okay? That's how those two things are linked. Now, I have gone and created some templates. Here they are for cash and insurance patients for each dosage. Remember to go ahead and add them as your favorite if you like to work that way. You just click on it and click add as favorite, and that will save it to your favorite. And I have a couple of examples to show you guys. For example, we have this patient here, Saul Test. He is a cash patient. Okay. Now, in case you don't know this, if you use your progress note like this, if you click on the olive, it'll open this side of the screen for you. If you go to templates and you search for Rocephin, this obviously only works if you have added this template as your favorite, as we did a couple of minutes ago. You have this right here. So we're going to do Rocephin 250 milligrams cash, right? All we need to do is click on the little arrow, and everything from the template, which is not a lot, is going to transfer to the progress note. We have the injection and we have the code, okay? For the injection, you guys already know how to do this. You change the status from pending to administered. You click here, you make sure to click on the actual vaccine, or rather on the actual lot number that you're using. You fill out the rest of the information and you're pretty much done. Remember that for a cash patient, we're not charging the administration. That charge is bundled into the price for them. And we're no longer using the CL codes, the internal codes. We're using the J codes, the codes that are put out by the insurances or by the guidelines, or whoever puts them out, right? Okay, so that's the J code, J0696, 250 milligrams, okay? So then we're gonna go ahead and go to charge details. And how much does this patient need to pay? $25, okay? So that's done. Rather, since we're done with that patient, we're gonna check him out. Okay, then we have Test Anna. This patient is also going for a Rocephin 250 milligrams, but this patient has an insurance, Humana. It has a copay of $15. Again, we're going to go to the progress notes. We're going to go to our templates. And oh my god, she already has this. Let's go ahead, or you know what, this is 11/5/12. We're doing 121/18. There we go. Okay, so we're doing Rocephin, 250 milligrams insurance. We're going to click on the arrow. Now, since this is an insurance patient, we are billing the administration, 96372. We have the injection here. We click on it. We make sure to change the status from pending to administered. We fill out all the fields that are necessary. Okay. How much does this patient need to pay? The $15 copay. Okay. So that one's ready. Then we have Test Antonio. This patient is a cash patient. Okay. Oh, this patient is a Blue Cross Blue Shield patient. No, it's a cash patient. Okay. Okay, on 8/2/17 he had Blue Cross Blue Shield, but right now he is a cash patient, okay? And he's going in for Rocephin 500 milligrams. Now, maybe we don't like to add our templates as favorites because we share our password. We use one of those exploration passwords, or for whatever reason we don't like to add our templates to favorites. Another way to go about that is go to copy and merge from templates. Search for it here, Rocephin, go. Every time you're doing this, just to make sure, or if you're merging a template and you are seeing that part of the template is not merging, always go here and click on all options. And we said 500 milligrams cash. So we're gonna merge template. Again, we have the injection. We're gonna click on it. We're going to fill out all the spaces, and we have the code here, right? Now, remember that we said no matter the dosage, we're still gonna be charging the patient $25. This is something different. Remember that a couple of days ago, it was that whether the patient was 250, 500, or 1 gram, the price for the cash patient was a little bit different. Now it doesn't matter. It's $25 regardless of the dosage, okay? So for Test Antonio, when he goes to the checkout, he's going to pay $25, okay? We have another patient, Test Cynthia. Cynthia has Mercy Care plan and a non-mandatory $3 copay. She's here for Rocephin 500 milligrams. Insurance. So we're going to merge the template. Now again, we have the administration, that it wasn't there for the cash patients. And another thing is that now we have 2 units for the J0696, okay? You're not going to do this in real time. This is something the billing department does, but so you guys can see the behind the scenes, I'm going to do this right now. We're going to create the claim. And when we send this to the insurance, this is what it's going to look like. It looks a little bit incomplete because we obviously don't have the ICD-10 codes and a couple of things are missing. But we are billing the J0696 with 2 units. We're billing $10 plus the administration, okay? Now, on your side, when Cynthia goes to the checkout, she only has to pay $3, that non-mandatory copay, okay? Checkout. Okay, then we have Test Jasmine. Jasmine is a cash patient, okay? She is here for 1 gram of Rocephin. And she's a cash patient. How much does she have to pay? At this point, you should already know, $25. Again, you click here, you fill out all of the places that need to be filled out for the checkout. No surprise, $25, okay? And we have one more last example. Test Maribel. She has Blue Cross Blue Shield with a $40 copay. Okay. We have the Rocephin. Now we have 4 units. Okay, if I go ahead and create the claim, again, we're billing 4 units for the Rocephin, which is a total of $20 because each unit is $5. Okay. And when we go here and we charge the patient, we're going to charge him the copay of $40. Okay. And we're going to do the checkout. Okay. It's very important that when you start using or when you bill Rocephin that you do the templates. If you don't use the templates, you might get confused. Why? Because let's say there's a patient here. I'm going to use test Sandra. Okay. Now, let's delete this. Okay, this patient comes in and you don't want to use the templates because you just don't. And you went ahead and added Rocephin manually, right? So let's just, I guess it's a good time to show you how to do it manually, even though you shouldn't add it manually. Okay, so you go add Rocephin, 250 milligrams. You add all of that. Let's pretend you went ahead and added all of that, and then you want to bill, right? And you say Rocephin, and then you say okay, I'm gonna apply 1 gram, so I'm gonna click on this code because this code says Rocephin 1 gram, $25, and then I'm done, right? Close. Now it says $25 because I have this patient as a cash patient. If I change this patient to a Medicare patient or to an insurance patient, that would have said $5. At this point, I hope I'm not confusing you guys. Let's see. Should have changed to $5. I guess I have to use another patient because it already identified this patient as a cash patient because it was originally a cash patient. But let's pretend that says $5 or $25 or whatever. The important part here is that it says the same price. Okay, you're gonna say, okay, 1 gram is $25. Okay, I'm gonna add my codes and say, okay, here you don't have the knowledge of knowing that this price is for 1 unit of 250 milligrams of Rocephin, and if you're applying 1 gram, you should be doing 4 units, okay? And if you bill it this way, the clinic is missing out on billing 3 units. That's why it's very important that you use the templates rather than us be giving you billing classes every certain amount of time. Okay, so with that said and done, those are the updates on the Rocephin. If you have any questions, please let me know. if something's not working for you guys, if you see a mistake, if a price is not working, anything that's going on, please let me know so I can fix that for you guys. There might be a little bug then and there. I'm not saying the system is perfect, but it's very close to what works for the clinic. So any questions, comments, concerns, please give me a call. Sandra Silva, 602-476-1366. And thank you very much for watching.